Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope all are keeping well. So, welcome back to online class. So, my subject is secretarial practice. So, this sem, so we are in second semester now. So, that is paper 2, secretarial systems. So, today's class, let us discuss about the syllabus. So, which are the concepts you have in the second semester? Let us see that. And also, the unit 1, that is record management, its meaning and importance. So, this is syllabus secretarial practice paper 2, that is secretarial systems. So, under that, unit 1 is records management. So, in that, meaning and objectives of records management. So, what is records? So, we are learning why to maintain the records in an organization. And filing. So, what is this filing? Its meaning and objectives. Essentials of a good filing system. So, how to file the records and what is the use of filing the records. So, these what we are going to learn in this chapter. Then classification of files and its advantages. So, how the files can be classified and what are the advantages of maintaining the files. Centralization and decentralization, filing and its advantages. So 1.2 is indexing. So its meaning, objectives. 1.3 is e-filing. 1.4 digital signatures. Next one is unit 2, that is innovative postal transactions. 2.1 postal transactions. So under that, speed post and courier services. So as you know how to post the letters in the past days, what we are sending letters. Well, if you want to communicate to the other person, what we are doing, we are going to send the letters. So how we are sending, how the letters are reaching to the other person? We are sending through the post. Next is registration with AD. Next one, instant money order, e-post, PIN and post box number. 2.2 postal franking machine. 2.3 postal financial services, that is savings schemes. Unit 3 innovative banking practices. So under the third chapter we are learning about the banking practices. So there are different accounts. So what is the use of banks and what is the use of the banking accounts? So 3.1 deposit accounts. So saving, current, fixed, recurring deposit accounts, account opening procedures, NRI accounts. 3.2 advances, overdraft, housing loans, vehicle loans, personal use, loan schemes, current trends, floating and fixed rate of interest, repayment options. 3.3 e-banking, its introduction, meaning, features. 3.4 credit and debit cards. 3.5 ATM, operations and advantages. 3.6 core banking and its advantages, net banking, mobile banking. 3.7 check, meaning, features, crossing, bouncing and dishonoring of checks. 3.8 demand draft and pay orders. Dear students, Today we are going to discuss about unit 1, that is records management. So what is records? When you hear the word record, what comes to your mind? Yes, I think when you hear the word record, you have already attended the practical exam. So we have maintained the records there. For the practical exam, you have all prepared records. So what is the use of these records? So what you have? So come back to your practical examination. So how you are prepared for that? So whatever works you have did in the practical session, you have maintained the records, means you have taken the printouts of that and you have spiraled it and you have submitted to the lectures. So why we are maintaining the records? So in the records, whatever work you have did, you have maintained that. Okay, and see, imagine you have from the day one, from the when the offline classes begin, you have started with your practical sessions. So from the day one, you have started your work. For the first semester, you had the typing master. You have started your work with the typing master. So from day one till the end of the practical concepts. So daily you attended the practical session, you came to the lab and you have started your work, and daily you have did the practicals. So that at the end you have taken the printouts of that and you have maintained the record. So from the day one, think about the day one, you have started your work. So why you are started? So from the day one, you know that at the end you have to maintain the record. So that is for the future purpose. Think about your practical exam. So you have submitted that record. So in that record, from the day one, whatever works you have started, whatever works you have did, that you have showed to your external through your record book. So you have maintained all the works what you have did in the practical lab, in the computer lab. So when external have seen your records, so external came to know whatever work, what are the work you have did in the computer lab. So each student had different records. That means each student, whatever work did in a computer, that is maintained in the records. So that external will come to know each student's performance. Okay, what work they have did in the computer lab. So this is what I have given the example of your practical session, what you have did, what is the use of records. Not only for the use of the external, for the mark's sake, you have did the record. So that record is with you. You can maintain that for the future purpose also. So if you want to refer a particular concept, for example, take an example of the typing master itself. So you can go through your records back. So how many minutes you have read, what is your speed, what is your accuracy, you can see that in your record. So it can be used for your future purpose also. Not only that, so you can tell your juniors, so these are the works what we have did, you can show that is a proof for them. Okay, you have did that work, that's a proof. Your record is a proof that you have did all the works. So this is all I am talking about the computer session, what you have did in your first semester. So you have maintained the records. Not only you are maintaining the record in the first semester, all the semester you are going to maintain the practical record. So in the same way, Imagine the picture of the company. So there you have heard of this, like maintaining the records. So what is this records there? Take an example of our own college. Okay, imagine the picture of the office room. So you have seen many files placed there. So what is that? It's a student record. If you go and ask any certificate of you, what you have submitted, so they will maintain it in a file. So when you say your name and the class, if you want any information, you can ask with the receptionist or whoever in the office room. So they will tell. Okay, they will whatever information details you require, they will respond for that. Means they have maintained that record. So if when you go for the second semester, if you want your marks of first semester, so that everything is maintained in office room. So when you ask them, they will respond. They will tell, yeah, this is what marks you have scored, or this is your marks card. So they can hand over to you. Okay, this is how that they are maintaining each student record in the college. So that is about in our college office. In the same way, in a company also, they maintain the records of the how many records of maybe of different years. Okay, for example, in 2020, so how many incomes they have got due to this pandemic situation. You have know that all the business sectors, okay, they're not getting proper profit. So income level is low. That also they have to maintain that record. Means, yeah, this year so much is the income to our business. Okay, and 2000, take an example of 2017 maybe. So yeah, income level is high. And in 2020 level is low. So this is how this will helpful to them to compare the income or the profit to the company. Okay, whether the company is running under loss, whether the company is running under profit. So this every information they can come to know by maintaining the records. So this is what briefly we are learning in this chapter about the records management. So records management, meaning of records management. The term record refers to any written matter or document prepared for possible future uses. So record, it is nothing but any written matter. So we are writing, okay, or document prepared for possible future uses. Yes, why we are maintaining the records? For the future purpose, for the future uses. So it can be showed in a written form. Okay, so that are all, each document is prepared for the future purpose. It may take the form of a letter. It may be, see, records means not only a book form. It may be in the form of a letter. It may be in the form of notice, circular. Okay, it may be in the form of invoice. So what is this invoice is? It is a time-stamped commercial document and records. It is also one form of document and records of transaction. So what document? Document of transaction between buyer and seller. So now, buyer and seller, think that you are a businessman. Okay, you are the seller and I am the buyer. Okay, think that you are a businessman, you have one company, and I am the wholesaler. So I am the buyer. I need your company products. So that we have to maintain the record. So how many products I have purchased from your company? How many amount I have paid for you when I am purchased product from your company? Which quality products I have purchased from your company? Which model? So every detail should be recorded. So that is nothing but here it is the stamped commercial document. you will have to stamp it, okay. And records of transaction, what is this invoice means it's a records of transaction of buyer and seller. Here we are only entering the transactions. Then voucher. So what is voucher? It is also one form of record. Means it is also a document or it is a receipt stamp that gives evidence of an expenditure. So how many expenditure we have spent. So this voucher is nothing but it is one of the form of document, okay, that is used as a evidence for an expenditure. Document of account payable, which are bills owned by companies to vendor and suppliers. So we can tell it is one form of bill. Now for example, when you go for the shop, you're purchasing some products, okay. So they are giving the bill for you. When you do the payment, they are giving the bill. Some of the bill it is mentioned there. It is already they are going to mention no exchange. But some of the bills they can mention exchange can be done within 5 days, okay. So this is how it is one of the evidence. Means you have purchased from that shop, and if any damage, for example, if any damage happened to that product, you can exchange it within 5 days because it is mentioned in the bill, okay. So that in the same way, in the organization there is a voucher or it is a document for evidence of an expenditure. Document of account payable. Document of what? Account payable, which are bills owned by companies, okay. It is a bills owned by companies to suppliers, okay, to suppliers. Now for example, I am supplying, think that you have the automobile company, I am supplying the some of the tools to your company, okay. So I'm the supplier. So when I supply, what happens here? Bills is given. So if I am the supplier, for whom you have to pay the amount? For me, right? Okay, because I am the supplier. So who I am giving the passing the bill to you? So this is the amount to so much tools. So I am passing, when I give the bill, you are going to pay that. So that is a proof. Means I have written the amount that is given to you. Because otherwise what will happen? There is a chances of illegal practices, like telling that the person one who ordered, he may say that no, I didn't purchase from that particular supplier. So one bill should be there with us and one bill should be handed over to the person one who purchases, okay. So this is how why we are maintaining all the records, because in order to avoid the illegal practices. So this is invoice, voucher, pictures. Records can be pictures, okay, drawing the pictures. You can show the information. Chart, okay, chart, by drawing the charts we can show for the we can refer that chart for our future purpose. We can draw the chart and show where a particular things are maintained, okay. And diagrams, or writing the report, return or statement. Registrars, yes, for example, now maintaining the attendance register, okay. For example, in the online classes itself, we are maintaining the attendance of each student. Why? For the future purpose. When the offline classes starts, so we will get the brief idea that yes, so much students have attended the online classes. So we are maintaining that record, okay. Then books of accounts. So why we are maintaining the books of accounts? Will come to know the company income, profit and loss of the company, whether they are running under profit, whether they are running under loss. That can come to know by the books of accounts. It involves preparation, classification and storage of records and making records available as and when required. So it involves, so record, what it involves? Preparation, okay. We have to prepare it in a right way. We cannot write like that as our wish. So we have to prepare properly. Classification. So So classification of what? So each maintaining the record is nothing but, see, for example, classification. Now first BA, second BA, third BA, we are classifying first BA students records, second BA students record, and third BA students record. So this is how we have to classify. That is in our college. In the same way, in the company also we are going to classify. Why? How? In the company there are different departments: financial department, marketing department, sales department. So each department they have to maintain the record. And storage of records. So what we have to do? So each department they have to store in a proper way. We cannot once we are writing something in a record, we are maintaining the record, next year we are losing that record. Not like that. We have to store it in a proper way. Like for example, 2020, one full detail of the company, one document, and 2021 the other document, like that. That it should be stored in a systematic way, and making records available as and when required. See, if someone asks you 2020, if for example, if you're working in a company under the financial department, okay, so you are going to maintain the records, every records. If from the top management there is an order that they need the record of 2020, so when they ask, you should be able to submit that. So this is how you should arrange in a systematic way. So that is what records available as and when required. So what are the importance of records? First one, records constitutes some type of tangible evidence of the operations or transactions of an enterprise. So it constitutes some type of tangible evidences. Tangible means you can see and touch it. So because now, for example, letter or the books, so everything that is tangible, it's a tangible evidence of the operations of the what? Evidence of what? Of the operations of the work. Yes or no? Now take an example of your own practical records. It is a tangible which you can touch. And of the operations, what is there of the work what you have did in a computer lab, okay, or transaction of an enterprise. So what are the transaction is happen in the organization? So that is all we are going to maintain, okay, in the records. Second one, to take personal decisions like transfer, promotion, etc. So here we are taking the personal decisions like transfer, promotions. See, the management can take, it is easier for the management to take the decision which person can be transferred to the other place. How the promotion is given? By seeing his performance, by seeing his performance record. Okay. Third one, to maintain up to date data about everything in organization. So to maintain up to date data, so each informations you can clearly get through the record. So whatever work is happening in the organization, clear picture the top management can get from the record. Fourth one, it constitutes the memory of the entire organization. We can say record is nothing but it's a memory, one of the memory of the entire organization. Means it gives a detail of the entire organization. Fifth one, records constitute the database for MIS. It is nothing but management information system. We can say it is one of the management information system. It gives every information of the organization. So I hope you have cleared with the meaning of the records management and also importance of the record management. So tomorrow's class, let us continue with the other concepts. So here is one question: what is invoice and voucher? So in today's class, I have briefly explained what is invoice and voucher. So you have to write. So what do you mean by invoice and voucher? You can hear the class. So I have explained that, or you can find out your own answers, and you have to submit by tomorrow 10:30. So what is invoice and a voucher? I hope you are clear with today's class. If any clarification, you can ask me. Okay, so let us continue the other concepts in the next class. Thank you, students.